What's up, everybody? It's AJ Brown here. Just got finished looking at some real estate to purchase and rehab and turn those kind of houses into homes for some of you who are looking to own your first home, or maybe you got foreclosed on a while back and you want to have a second chance. So I was out looking for some deals, and man, it was tough out there today. Thought we had a really sweet deal, and come to find out it was already purchased. So South Florida market is really hot. So what that means is, guys and ladies, get your money together, because they're inflating property values. They've been doing it steadily over the last 5 years, so it's just going to continue. Okay, so what that means is you got to get your paper together and also get your credit right. Speaking of credit, I want to talk about that for a little bit. That's weighing in on my heart a little bit. Folks, we got to get our credit right, man. Too many people I have as tax clients and loan clients. You know, you're out there, you're making money, but you end up spending 2 and 3 times the value or the cost of the thing that you're purchasing through finance because you have low credit score. It's cool to be able to have cash flow, okay? But you gotta have, when you're not purchasing these things all cash, you gotta have, the right credit scores, man. And right about now, you need to have over 660, better yet, over 720 if you can, because they're gonna, they're making it a little bit more tighter on us. So for those of you out there that got bad credit, this one's for you. If you're somebody who your credit is fine, your cash flow is fine, man, just turn me off. Don't post on my post talking about, oh, my credit good, coach. I do that, or I don't need that. Man, this ain't for you. God bless you. Keep going. Teach one. Help somebody else up like I'm doing. So don't post that crap on my videos. Sorry for being direct, but I don't need it. This is for people who really need help and need understanding. So for those folks that are out there and you need some help, I got 16 years in this game. So I'm going to go ahead and give y'all the game about credit right now. So just know this. I'm not here to have a pissing contest with which credit repair person does something better than the next. I don't really care. I mean, I would like for, my team and I to help you. But if you got somebody else helping you, go ahead and make sure they helping you. Okay. Make sure they do what they contract with you to do. Okay. If they don't, then you can still come see us. We'll take a look at what was done and not done, and we'll help you out best we can. Ain't no problem. My whole thing is to get information out to people and let them understand that, hey, there's still some good folks out here doing good business, and they want to help. So I hope I did enough talking, gave you enough time to get a paper and pen. Hopefully I ain't had to tell you that. But here we go. You got bad credit. Let's deal with the psychological part of it. And what's that? Real simple. Your mindset is wrong. Okay? This is for people who have consistent cash flow coming in. Okay? Having high credit scores for folks who do not have consistent cash flow coming in, that doesn't work. Okay? That doesn't work. You got to have consistent money coming in, which means if you don't have a business making money for you, that means you need to go ahead and work your job. There's nothing wrong with a job. I know you may watch my post and say, and I talk about how you need to have a business and you need to save on your taxes. Oh, that's great. But if that's not you right now today, don't worry about that. Go ahead and get yourself your job. There's nothing wrong with the job. Get the job. If they'll hire you, get in there and do it. Now, mindset. Having good credit is a mindset. Is it mandatory? No, you can get along with bad credit. I don't see why you would want to. If you live in the United States of America, this is a debt-driven society. Write that down. This is a debt-driven society. What's that? Credit. Because credit is debt. I'm not going to get into the legal definition of things. I'm just going to do a quick little overview. Credit is debt. And credit also means money. Why you say that credit is debt? Well, anytime you use your credit, don't that put you in debt? Of course it do. That means it's debt. Now to the bank, when you accept debt, that's money to them. Isn't that right? Of course it is. Credit is debt to you and money to them, to the banks. Now, I sell money. What does that mean? I sell hard money loans. I sell private investor loans and stuff like that, right? But those type of loans are only for particular people who understand how to manage credit and debt. Now, back to you. You got bad credit, your mindset not right. Simple as that. Ain't nothing you can tell me. You can say they fired me. I ask you what they fired you for. Came in late. Or I did something I won't post. Or I said something I won't post. Okay, your mindset ain't right. Because like I told you, have good credit, you got to have the right mindset. So once you're able, if you have to get on a job, you get on that job, you do it to the best of your ability. Don't let anyone kick you off that job. Don't give them a reason to kick you off that job. Take care of all the responsibilities that you signed for. Okay? And the ones that they force on you. Child support, men and women, you know. Don't feel bad. Once you understand that, the next step is, okay, you cannot use cash and credit at the same dang time. That doesn't work. If you're going to use cash, which means live as much as your life in cash. 90% of your life, live it cash, 10% credit. But if you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that you're somebody that needs credit or you want to utilize credit, I don't need no credit. Yeah, you do. You want to buy a house, right? Yeah. Are you somebody with 150,000, 200,000, 300,000 in your pocket, back pocket? No. You don't have a big trust fund like some people out there in the United States? No. Okay, well, you need credit. You want that nice car? That car you want cost $50,000. You got $50,000 just to throw into something that's going to lose value like that? No? Okay, well, you got to finance it. So here's what I'm trying to tell you. If you're going to use credit, there is a budgeting skill you must have. And it's not a, oh, let me just take away from my income. No. It's a little bit more detailed than that. First of all, with credit, you got to understand this. Do not carry more than a 30% balance of that available credit line over to the next month. I'll say it again. Third thing is, do not carry more than 30% of that credit line over to the next month. Because here's what happens. The three credit repositories, which are, by the way, the TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, you got to understand, they're private for-profit businesses. They're no different than American Express. They're no different than Burger King. They're no different than your business if you happen to be a self-employed individual. Okay? So the next thing you need to understand about that is that you are not their client. That's why sometimes your letters can go, if you don't know what to say and how to say it, or you don't know all the rules that protect you, that's why some of your letters go unanswered, because they don't have to answer to you. All right? They don't have to answer you because you don't know what you're saying. You don't know what you're doing. Okay? So you are not their client. Their client is Ford, Toyota, Lexus. Name any car dealership that you like. Those are their clients. Because how it works is this: when you go in to apply for credit for a car, for a house, or credit card, or whatever the case may be, home, Lowe's, whatever, they pay a nominal fee to all three bureau reporting agencies for your credit report. That's why sometimes some of you, if you guys go and look, who purchase homes, you go and take a look at your closing documents, okay, that the title company give you. You'll see all your fees on there. Sometimes they sneak in there, either on a GFE, they'll say that your credit report costs you $30 or $20 because they pay top dollar. When I'm doing mortgages, we pay money for those payments. For those credit reports. Okay, they can cost anywhere from $9 to $15, depending on who we get it from and what our deal is with them. So you need to take this a little bit more seriously. So now we already understand that we should not carry more than 30% of a balance of available credit over to the next month. If it's $1,000, do not carry more than $300 of available balance, of a debt over to the next month on that particular trade line. Okay, what is a trade line? Trade line simply is a line of credit, be it a auto loan, which is an installment loan, be it a credit card, which is a revolving line of credit. Okay, even when you go to the furniture stores and finance with them, those are installment lines of credit as well. Okay, what you're going to want to do, besides what I'm going to tell you, is never pay late. If you make a contract, say you're going to pay on a certain date, be responsible. Be a man or a woman of your word. In the United States, that's all you have left to your name, your word. And they've minimized your word down to being your credit report. That's why these jobs, before you go and are able to get hired on, work for a bank, they pull in your credit report. You work for a government agency, they pull in your credit report. They want to see what kind of person you are. Because if you can't make good on your arrangements that you contracted to do for goods and services that you have already received, why would they give you a job? Why would they pay you top dollar when you can't keep your word? If they tell you to do a job for them, they're going to say, well, we can't trust this individual. They're going to say, we can't trust this individual. They won't even pay their credit card back. They went out and enjoyed their time, but they won't pay back on time. They got a nice car that they wanted, and they won't even pay that back on time. No, you can't get this $80,000 a year job, $100,000 a year job, even a $40,000 a year job. I don't even think bank tellers get paid that much. I don't think they do, but they run their credit too. Okay, guys and ladies, never carry more than 30% balance over. That's very important. Okay, that's 3. 2 is do not use cash and credit at the same time. There's no way that you can go and spend on your credit cards and then use your cash. All right, out there spending on that too. Okay, and then trying to make minimum payments on something. It just doesn't work. You'll be working 2 and 3 jobs. We've tried that already and it doesn't work. Why would you bang your head up against the wall saying, no, I think I could do it. I'm going to do it like this anyway. Oh, I got an emergency. Something came up. I had to do it. No, you don't have to do anything. Only thing you got to do is pay taxes and die. That's the only thing you have to do. All right. We don't use cash and credit at the same time. We don't carry more than 30% balance of the available credit over to the next month. What else don't we do? Overuse our credit and cash. How do we do it? Here's how you can simply do it. If you're making $30,000 a year and you have a 700 plus credit card, chances are you can get $30,000 to $60,000 in credit cards. But let's say you make $30,000 a year and you get $60,000 in credit cards and different credit lines. Does that mean you spend the 60,000, the 30? When you spend the 60,000, does that mean you have to spend the 30? Nope. I wouldn't even spend 60,000. You can't. You got to also remember is when you're using credit cards, that cash that you're expecting to come in 2 weeks, man, that money's gone already. It's gone. It's gone. There is no, oh, well, I'm going to go ahead and spend $1,000 on my credit card, but I only get paid $500, so I'm going to make a minimum pay. That doesn't work. We got to wake up. It's over. Okay? So the reason I got to talk about it this way is so many people have come up to me and they want a house and they make the money, but they don't have the mentality down about credit and they don't have the right credit score. I would love to give you the house. I'd love to give it to you. But guess what? I got you want a house. I got 3 other people want a house. So if I get stuck with you, there's no way I can help somebody else out. So we got to work with folks that are ready to be worked with. If you're having a problem with that, like I said, if you got somebody to work on your credit, that's fine. If you don't, we can help you. All right. Okay. We have a flat nominal fee. It's $349. We don't go in and just chop shopping up your credit report. That's ridiculous. But if that's all we know to do, And nobody told us that, hey, there's a better way or possibly a better way for me to get my credit restored. Instead of I'm 35 years old and I go to someone and pay them $200 or pay them $500, whatever the case may be. And let's say they're really good at what they do and they can get my 15 bad trade lines off. I have bad credit cards, repossession, maybe even child support, hospital bills, foreclosure, all that kind of stuff. And I'm 35 years old, got all that stuff wiped off. Now I'm going to I want to get another car. And you happen to fill out the credit report with me. I'm the underwriter at this particular car dealership. 35 years old, you come in there, say you want a car, pull your credit, and I see nothing. We call that a ghost. You cannot be a 35-year-old ghost. Heck, you can't even be a 25-year-old ghost. Because in 25 to 35 years, somebody got something. You got something. It's either you're going to have a hospital bill you paid or didn't pay, or a car note that you paid or didn't pay, or a piece of little credit card that you paid or didn't pay. You got to have something. So here's what happens when you start looking like that, folks. I'm giving you the game right now so you don't waste your time and your money with folks going out there selling you half-truths about credit repair. You go out there and you say, okay, you go in there, zero, nothing on the report. Now here's what I'm doing. I'm calling the sales rep in the office. I'm saying, who the hell is this person? Did you check their ID? You got a copy of Social Security card? You got their proof of payment of their check stub or something? You have the blood type of their firstborn? That's what's gonna happen when you do that. So here's what I suggest when it comes to that. Don't do it. Don't get, if you can avoid it, don't have somebody chop up your credit history. Have someone that know what they're doing. And how do you know if they know what they're doing? Well, they don't want to chop up your history. Can I tell you something? Do you know that there is a way that you can explain what happened to you, and the bad credit that was hurting you before could be zeroed out? It'll still show up on the history because we want to show that you was alive, not like you just was born yesterday. We want to show that you was alive and life happened to you. All right, and we can explain that stuff. So once we explain that stuff, the bureaus be like, the credit reporting agencies, they'll be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Oh, okay. And guess what? The folks that you already messed up with, they already gone anyway. They filed with the IRS bad debt with you anyway on that file. So they're not losing money. They're getting tax credit. So they're not losing. I don't want you to think that, oh my God, no, I need to pay the bank. Listen, they already got paid by the IRS, tax credits or whatever the heck they got worked out with them. Because they have a book of checks and balances. And that book show all the people that they got to pay tax, they paid tax on the income, and then they got you. You didn't pay them, so it was bad debt. They lost money on you. It was a bad bet. Okay, that's fine. It happens. All right, it happens. Happened to me. All right, so you can get that explained, because maybe you got a divorce, maybe somebody died in the family and it was part of the income, or maybe unfortunately lost a child. I mean, all this stuff I don't wish bad on anybody. I mean, things happen to people. Let's just be honest. Anything can happen to you out here, and you got to be able to do that. Well, explain that. But if you can't, we can explain it for you. It's $349 for that. Now, after you go through either our service or someone else's service, then here's a good thing. You can cut that light back on. Well, try to cut it back on. Hold on, guys. There we go. You gotta have that stuff explained, folks. You gotta have that stuff explained. If you don't know how to do it, we can do it. Now, after you get past that, through either our process or someone else's process, you also want to be able, if you want the best terms, you need to be able to what? Show reestablish credit. And I don't mean like 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, not that stuff. Okay? You want to be able to show that, you have some history. And we could talk about that. I'll show you and talk to you about how that all works, what that's all about, who it is for and who it's not for, and all those things. But I just had to, I hate to take so much time. Actually, no, I don't. I love to do this. This is what I do. Doing this 16 years. I don't hate to take up your time. I love that I take up your time like this. And if you are strong enough to stay to the end and you reach out to me and you say, hey, coach, I'm tired of living like this here. I want some help. I'm going to help you. I'm going to work with you. 954-687-1079. 954-687-1079. Or shoot me an email at taxandloansolutions@gmail.com. We the best at what we do. Stay tuned. Got more services and products that you definitely gonna need. Got a new president coming up, man. There's gonna be a change. I hope you're ready. We are.